Hello everyone, today we're going to look at how to look at Google Maps and create and share your own map with someone else. So the first thing we're going to do is go on our Chrome browser to Google Maps, and you can get there by going to your apps and then selecting on Maps. Right there is my icon. Once Maps has opened, you can see you'll have lots of options there. You'll have a default map probably to Marshalltown. You can change the map you're looking at by looking at the satellite view down here as well. And then what we'll do is we will go up here and click in this little search bar, and when you do that you get the My Maps option to pop up right here. So when you have that option, you're going to click on it, and then you will see that you have an option to either look at any other maps you've made, or if you, for the first time, you can create a map, which I'm sure most of us here, that's our option we're going to create. So we're going to click Create. When the map is being created, it's going to open up a new tab on your browser, and then it will be creating this map for you. Now this will be much like a Google Doc that you'll be able to share and give a name to. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to give this untitled map a name, and I'm just going to call it Geography Lesson. And I'll click Save. And I might put my name on it actually first. Okay. Then I click Save. Now I have a title on my map. And then we're able to start looking over here. As you notice, you can have a map right there. On here, we have our information we're going to start working on. So you have layers and folders, and it says untitled layer and base map. This base map here, you can change the type of map you're looking at. So I might go to a satellite view so that I can actually see the land features and the bodies of water, what it looks like. Now notice when I do that, I kind of lost my states for a little bit, but then they appear right there in the US. So I'm going to leave it at that map. Now I'm going to start with my layers. I have an untitled layer, and I'm going to give these layers different names. So my first layer, I'm going to call this Physical Features, and I'm going to click Save. Now you can notice that I have a layer called Physical Features. I'm going to add 2 more layers to my map right now. 1, 2. And on this one, I'm going to give it a title and call it Landmarks. Click Save. And then I'm going to go down here on this one, and I'm going to edit this one by clicking on it twice and put cities/capitals. Save. And now that I have all my categories on there, I'm ready to start adding places to my map. So I'm going to make sure that I am on my Physical Features tab right here. I clicked on it and I get rid of that. So in Physical Features, I'm going to go up to my box. I'm going to do a search for a physical feature. So I'm going to type in Mount Everest. Right? You notice that I get different options that come up. Restaurant in Canada, like Livermore, Colorado, others. I'm going to click on this one here, see where it takes me, and it takes me to Mount Everest and the Himalayas. So there is already a tag on this map, so if I click on this, I can click on it and it opens up another tab. It says Sagarmatha, and it says Add to Map. So I'm going to click that because that's where I want to be, and I can edit the information on there. It's not correct. So I click Add to Map, and notice now that I have this turned it red. So now when I click on it, I have an edit feature. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go up and type in Mount Everest, and then I have a description right here, and I also have a camera icon there to add a picture or image. So now for my image, it's very simple. I'm going to go there and I'm going to just click that, and it's going to open up a search right away. So I can do a Google search, I can add an address for the URL, I can video search or go to YouTube. Well, we're just going to do an image here. I'm just going to type in Mount Everest and search. And that gives me lots of nice pictures. I'll probably take this one right here, click that once, and then select it. And now it throws in a picture of Mount Everest here. And now I'm ready to start putting in my description. I'm going to probably type in a couple of sentences to describe Mount Everest. And so I'm going to go over and click on the Hub website that I already have open, and then I'm going to click on the Research tab, And once you're on the research tab, there are two good options. There are some resources under the Iowa AEA that we can use. One good one is Encyclopedia Britannica. There are some technical difficulties with this website right now, so we can't show you that. The other one is Worldbook Online, and you'll use the same login to get on either one. It's our AEA login. If you don't have that, the teacher can provide it for you in your classroom. But we'll click on Worldbook Online, and you will be prompted to put that username and password in. And once you do, click on the student icon here. These are all the different options of Worldbook that we have. If you're someone that speaks Spanish, you could also click on the Spanish option right here. Oops, sorry, down there. And then we click on student. And we're looking for information about Mount Everest. So we're going to type in Mount Everest, and we'll do a search. Okay. It says your search using Mount Everest has had 0 results. However, it's been replaced with it here. And these are the results that we got. So I will see over here there are some articles, 30 items here, some maps, tablets. I'm going to click on the different encyclopedia articles. Pretty much the same that we had. And this one here appears to be the basic one that I want to look at. I read this and get some information about it. It says the highest mountain in the world, 5.5 miles above sea level. Makes the Himalayas, and it borders Tibet and Nepal, and it's north of India. So I have a ton of information just from that first paragraph I could type in. But I would read more and then go back to your map and just start typing information. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. It is in the Himalaya Mountains. It borders Tibet and India. Okay. Now once you have that all written, you can click Save. And now you have your tag. We have Mount Everest, we have a picture of it, and we have some information about it. Okay. And we have it right there. So now if we go over here and click on Mount Everest, our information is going to pop up. Okay. We want to do another piece of information. We can do a landmark. And for a landmark, I'm going to choose the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. Okay. Make sure I spell it correctly. And it goes right away to France. It appears here. This is Paris. If I back out a little bit. And I can click on that, and I can add that to my map. And then I can go through and do the same information finding with the picture. Here, if I edit again, take a picture, go find one, and I can also go and find information and type it there. We're not going to do that for the Eiffel Tower right now. Under cities and capitals, I can do another one here just to show you how to do this. Cairo, Egypt. It goes in, automatically puts a tag in for me right there. If I like it, if I make sure it's the right spot, kind of back up a little bit. Yep, that is in Egypt. That's Cairo. I click on it, and I add it to my map. Okay. Now, you look over here, I have 3 different types of tags. I have physical features, landmarks, and I have cities and capitals. It would be good to differentiate between the 3. So I'm going to go in on Mount Everest because these are physical features. I'm going to change them. And if you click on this, you have these options here. You have style, data, and labels. Well, I'm going to click on style. It says individual styles, uniform styles, sequence of color. I'm going to go to uniform style and maybe change my color. I want them to be a different color. Do you see how I did that? I went over here and clicked on the little paint icon, and it got lots of different color options. So for the landforms, I'm going to make them this dark green, or maybe this yellow. I like that yellow one. And then I'm going to change my icons here to make them a little rectangle. And when I'm done with that, I'll click. I close out of that. Notice that I have that now. I have labels there as well. I can give by name, or I can go by description. So we're actually just going to go by name. Okay. Now, I also will give you a data table with the information that you put on there as well. So you have your name of your place, you have the the picture does not show up for your data table though. Okay. We can do the same thing down for landmarks as well. Click on landmarks. You can change your style if you want to again. Go to uniform style. Okay, make sure that they're circles this time, and I can change this to dark blue. And I can do the same thing for my cities and capitals if you'd like to. Otherwise, you can leave it where it is. Okay. So as you go and put more places in, you're able to go and add to this to all show up. Make sure that when you put a certain place in, that you have clicked in the correct area. So maybe do all of your physical features first and find them there. When you're ready to go to landmarks, go to landmarks and capitals and cities here. Okay. One more thing, if you are going somewhere and there is no label, let's say cities, we can go to, let's go to Albion, Iowa. Not really a city, but there's Albion, Iowa. Oh, there's a little mark that shows up there. Okay. If there was no marker for it, you are able to actually click and drag and put your own marker in. Oops, I went to the wrong place. Sorry about that. Go back to Albion. You know, it's Albion. I'm going to England. I didn't type Iowa. There's that. If you were going to go and put that marker in, you'd be able to go and it says add marker. If you did it right there, it would go and you'd add that marker in. Now, if you put it in a spot that's not correct, you're always able to go back into it and take care of it with the delete function there. So again, if you click on it once, and you go and place where you want to do it, and then you're able to go and do all your editing features that you did before with your pre-made ones. So you are able to create your own. Again, I don't want to have a marker for Albion, Iowa on our cities and capitals of the world. The one last thing with this is a Google application, so you are able to share this. When I click the share button, it makes sure that you have your title and description up. You do have to have a description, so map assignment is what I'm putting for now, just because it's making it short and sweet. And then I have my share settings, and I can share it with people that need to be shared with. So if you have to share it with a classmate, or working in a group, or with a teacher, you're able to do that there as well. I'm not going to share mine right now. So there you go for today. If you have any questions, you can stop down the hub, talk to me, Mr. Gilbertson, or ask your teacher for help, and we'll be gladly to give you help. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.